it's so true. And between that and social media and stuff, the stuff that you do must be more needed than ever now. I mean, because we're sort of inundated with just like
Mm-hmm.
horror stories and like different things that are happening. We've talked on this podcast before about it, and I just don't think, like, as a human being, I don't think we were made to know about all of the problems that exist on this
Yeah.
entire planet. Like, it's, obviously before these type of technologies, people knew about things in their own
Mm-hmm.
vicinity, but not every single thing that was going on every single place. And it's very overwhelming.
It is, especially for your nervous system. And then you get distracted with things that, and people are caring. So you have empathy and compassion for these people. But then sometimes that kind of stays in your cognitive psyche for a little bit, and that really impacts you. And in the big picture, how is that personally helping
Yeah.
you move forward in your day? And
Yeah.
sometimes it kind of keeps you, held on. And a lot of people are just like, well, no, I want to stay updated in the news.
Yeah, and
And
that is important.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's like, really, I don't think if you like miss the news for a couple days, it's going to be a big deal. But just finding
Yeah.
other ways that you can get your information, but just being really aware of what you're listening to and how you're feeling.
Yeah. Maybe
Because
just
how
getting the
you
headlines,
feel,
like the basics,
exactly,
about knowing that kind of
and
stuff.
not diving into stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people deep dive, and a lot of people, and I don't know about you, but in my previous, when I was struggling a lot and going on my grief journey, I kind of wanted to stay stuck in the pain or stuck in that feeling of sadness for a little bit. So then I would find a song to make me feel sad, or I'd continue to look at
Yeah.
stuff. And, then your body like feels that.
Yeah.
And then I think one of the hardest things for us to sit back and realize is we have that choice to continue to feel like that if we want to, or if we don't, because everything really is within us. So many people expect the outside world to change around them,
Yeah.
but really, you know, it starts inside. And so I just like to give different people perspectives about that. And
Yeah, that is
yeah.
a really good perspective.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I had a friend that would she would move all the time. Like, she was like, okay, well, maybe here's going to be better. Maybe here's going to be better.
Mhm.
Maybe here. And I always thought to myself, like, but if you don't change anything, why is it going to be better?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, to your point, yeah, I mean, we do wait. We wait for things around us to just be a different way.
Yeah.
And it might not be if you don't choose to be a
Well,
different way.
exactly. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are waiting for something on the outside for them to make a move or have a feeling that they feel good or bad about something. Like we see a lot of like celebrities, or after their career, might not be as great as it was, or millionaires, I have all this money, but there's still something else that's missing. Why isn't that money, or why isn't this external gratification working?
Yeah.
And it really all stems back to within yourself. A lot of people are seeking something to make themselves feel better, but really they need to like step within inside and just see
Sure.
how they're already amazing and they don't need to earn anything, I think, on the outside, and then just love themselves and know how amazing they are, and that they were you know what I mean, that they were creating this amazingness, and that's all that they need to worry about. But
Yeah.
it's so hard though for people to kind of soak that in. They're like, that's so easy.
Yeah.
And, in our world, it is very hard to kind of stop and think about that. But that's why I made my business.
I was going to
Because
say that must be a lot of what you center these kind of conversations around is
Yeah.
sort of the inner self and all of that.
Yeah, the inner self, and really reflecting on how that really translate into how you show up, for yourself, for your family, for your team. Because if you can't show up for yourself first, how are you expected to show up for anyone else and give that level of not level of all, but as much as you want. So
Yeah.
I like just a lot of self reflection, reframing, and I don't know, just making people feel good and less dependent on the world outside them.
Yeah.